There was a time I was traveling back from the west to Port Harcourt, and on approaching Ugeli, there is this group of police officers. They come, they look, they are dressed like cowboys.
Okay.
And you see them hefty. The moment you sight them, the first thing that strikes your mind is that these might be armed robbers.
Okay.
I think it's part of the recommendations we should be making to the IG that going forward, every police officer who is on duty must be properly dressed with his name tag. Some of them will they put on their uniforms and they conceal their name tags.
True.
So you can't identify them if anything happens. They've caused several havocs, wreaked havocs on the roads, and then in 1 minute they take off.
Before I knew it, we are now hearing that they are not police officers. That the IG of police is only mentioning the shooter's name. No, get where I'm going to. Now, do you know
Whether they are police officers or
not?
not, they all must be brought to book.
What do you mean by book?
All of them.
What's your definition of book?
All of them must be prosecuted.
How? According
They
to
must
which law?
face the law.
Which law? The poor man's law or the rich man's law?
The law of the Federal Republic of
Nigeria.
Nigeria has one law.
So you took somebody's life and you feel, and the Constitution feels that dismissal is enough.
That is the first step. That it does not terminate there.
True.
Okay.
That's the first step. First and foremost, he has been dismissed. Maybe
Okay.
he was based on
ASP.
the disciplinary procedure of the police.
Okay.
He was recommended for dismissal.
Okay.
And then from there, he's going to be fully prosecuted. Let me tell you something. Except in this country, there is respect for fundamental rights.
Human rights.
For human rights. There cannot be peace and there cannot be development. No country develops, no country thrives without respect for human rights. We call that fundamental rights in Nigeria. No country. You must respect the rights of everybody. The right to life, the right to human dignity, the rights to own property, the rights to movements, all the rights, all the areas of rights. The rights, you have to respect all rights. When you begin to respect the rights of your citizens, when there is rule of law, then there can be development. Nobody will come and invest in this country where there is no respect for, where there is no rule of law, where there is no respect for fundamental freedoms. Nobody would. Which investor abroad will see that video where somebody was brought out in broad daylight and shot to death and decide to come? You bought your flight and you want to come to such a country? No, nobody would want to come.
There is this saying the police use, especially when they want to threaten you to do something bad or they want to extort from you. They would say, I would kill you and nothing will happen. That's the belief that most of this police or the bad eggs in the police force use. It gives them that morale, that's belief that they can actually get away with things like that. And I'm very sure that if that was not videoed, that guy would have gotten away with it. So let me say something from what I noticed from the video. Harrison Gwamnishu came to tell us that the people, the police members or the police people involved in the killing that happened on the Sunday were arrested, and he shared the picture with us. And I noticed that the person that pulled the trigger and the person that he showed us that was arrested are two different people entirely. So I'm asking, where is the guy that pulled that trigger? Where is the person that killed that guy in cold blood? Why is his picture not on the internet? Why is it that he's not arrested? Why is that we don't have an information about the two civilians that was given police uniform to put on and execute a person in cold blood?
That issue of them being civilians is not true. It's not true. They were all in a police van. They came out of the police van. After shooting the young man, they hauled him into their van So how would you tell us they are not police officers? How did civilians get into your car, into your police van, with the division inscribed on the van, and you come to tell us that? That's usually the excuse
And the
when
police
something
uniform.
happens. They will tell us they are not police officers, they are anonymous. They are one thing or the other. No, they are police officers. The police should account for them. They should bring them out and tell us about them. And they should take the appropriate action. They should send them to court.
Can you still remember that woman that bandits killed? I think Easter. Am I correct? That carried that child. Have you heard anything about that case? Has he not died off? Let me tell us something. We are all being emotional about this whole thing. Yes, the Constitution says that. The Constitution says that you are going to face the death penalty and all that. How many people? No, tell me, how many people? Okay, let's come to road. Let's use the basic roadblocks. Are you trying to tell me that these roadblocks that they extort money and collect one naira, that their superiors don't know? Or are they now remitting to their superiors? That a police officer will just come, set roadblock, and be collecting money and be putting in their bank account? Does that thing happen? Then you now come to a base. This thing starts from little level. Extortion. Okay, give me money, you don't give me. There have been situations where because of 200 naira, a police person has opened fire on a civilian. So now, it happened, and at the end of the day, what you hear is they've dismissed the person. And that is all. I bet you, we are always emotional. I bet you in the next 2 weeks, Chedo, in the next 2 weeks, the pressure we are using to follow this thing, and they will bring somebody as a scapegoat. This person, he has been charged to court. They have one thing or the other, and before you know it, they know what they are doing, and that's all. What I'm trying to say is that every Nigerian should just understand this. We are living in trying times. You are living in trying times. We have to survive. It's a jungle, let me put it like that. You feel like, okay, I'm in an estate, our estate gate, and all that. If God forbid, they want to come for you, your estate security will run. Because there are no systems and structures to keep the citizens okay. Let me tell you, if there's a structure, a scapegoat has been made, like, okay, this police officer knows that last year, an officer tried this thing. They hung him, or he was shot in public. He won't do that. See, there is a higher power that gave that guy such audacity. See,
that's why we're having this conversation.
Yeah, yes, you have it. It's a power that gives somebody, like, you did not even wait. Say, okay, oh boy, enter motor. You go for river, you push up. You come in, you saw people around you, or even if you're high on something, you just have confidence that there is a higher power behind me. Nothing there happen.
I have my backbone.
Yes, nothing there happen. That's why you go to TikTok.
You cannot normalize such things.
No, you can't normalize it you can't correct it by coming to social media to put comments, and you can only just talk about it. Actions, it only takes the citizens to say no, it has to come to an end. I'm telling you the truth, it has to come to an end. That is when the government and people will listen. They just know. When the social media people talk finish, they'll close their mouths. We'll have our podcast, we'll finish talking about it, and that's all. The people have not stood up one day to say, you see, we're going to hold everybody accountable. Life or death.
Was there no protest in Delta State?
The protest that they did, that they wanted to go to a police station and they started using tear gas, and all of a sudden, same people that were criticizing the police now came out and said that the matter has gone to the IG. I'm not calling for a revolution, but please, the only time you need to be heard. They are not listening. Our leaders are not listening to us. That's why once somebody is with a trigger, he releases it.